Hello and welcome to Linespan. In this short instructional video, we're going to show you how to buy and utilize numbers on the Linespan system. The first step is going to be creating forwarding numbers. The second step is going to be buying numbers. And then the third step is going to be creating group settings and managing your numbers. But before we get started with that, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to My Account. And you're going to make sure that there is a balance in your minute pool balance. When you buy numbers on the Linespan system, each number comes with 10 minutes. Once that time expires, we can draw off of this minute pool balance, and you want to ensure that you have at least a few dollars in there. Generally, rates start at 2 cents per minute, and just by transferring balance to the minute pool balance, that will ensure that your numbers are never shut off accidentally. So the first step is we click on My Forward Numbers, and we add a number. So this could be a cell phone number or an office number or any U.S. number, even a Skype number, and we're going to give it a name. So Linespan Test is going to be the name of the number. Linespan Test 2. Here you're going to enter the number without any dashes or anything other than numeric. So I'm going to add 201 555 9999. If I wanted to put a description, test number, we would put that in there, and an email ID. So utilizing Linespan, you have the ability, if you wish, to set a voicemail option where when a caller leaves a voicemail message, it'll be left on the Linespan system as well as getting forwarded to an email address. So I might put in here test@gmail.com, and then just hit submit. And now you've got a forward number set up, and we can see it's right over here. So the next step is let's go buy some numbers. So the way the system is broken out is you get to choose your state. And in this case, why don't we check Illinois? And then select a provider. So within the provider, we have different levels of numbers that you can order. If you're going to be using the numbers for PVA verification, you always want to use Platinum, and those are our best numbers, and they're guaranteed to work or your money back. If you're doing an ad marketing campaign and you want to have localized numbers that all forward to one, you can utilize our silver option. The gold number generally works for PVA verifications and is a little bit cheaper, but they're not guaranteed in the same way that the Platinum are. So I'm going to choose Platinum 30-day, click Get Linespan Numbers, and now all the choices in the state of Illinois will that we have available will come up. So I'm going to pick a 309 area code right over here. I click the checkbox, and I click Checkout. I pay now, and now I own that number. So now we're going to move over to the next step, which is forward settings. So here's where you set up your forward groups. So I'm going to click Add, and we'll call this Test Forward Group 2. Now you're going to select an action. Hang up is just going to hang up the phone. Forward is if you want to forward incoming calls to another telephone number, like a Skype number, a cell phone, or an office line, or voicemail. And that's where I discussed in the previous step where you can set up the system to take a voicemail message and save it on the system in reporting, as well as forward it to an email address that we had set up in a previous step. For these purposes, we're going to select forward. And then we can see down here, here's the number that we created before, the Linespan Test Group number 2. So I click that, and I hit Submit. So now we've set up a new group, the Test Forward Group number 2, but I can see over here that there are no numbers at this time in this group. So the way that we add numbers to the group is by clicking Manage. And now all of our numbers are all lined up here, and here's the number that we just added in the previous step. I add it to the group. And now I've successfully added this number to this group. And if I go back to forward settings, we can see now that my Test Forward Group 2 has one number in it. So now we're all set to go. Thank you very much for watching the video, and we look forward to doing business together.